Welcome back to Quiet Town Tales, where we continue our gentle exploration of America's tiniest, most unusual places. Tonight, we visit a town that isn't really a town in the usual sense. It's more like a private kingdom, a vast ranch that quietly became a municipality to protect its way of life. This is Lotsee, Oklahoma. Population? Around 4 to 6. Nestled in Tulsa County, just west of Tulsa and near Keystone Lake, Lotsee covers a mere 0.02 square miles. But that tiny boundary encloses something much larger, nearly 2,000 acres of rolling land that make up the family-owned Flying G Ranch. Cattle graze here, pecan trees line the fields, horses roam, and the open sky stretches wide. The story begins in the early 1960s. George Campbell, an attorney who owned the ranch, had been sharing it generously, hosting Boy Scout troops, church groups, and others for camping and gatherings. He even built a swimming pool for visitors. But as Tulsa and nearby Sand Springs grew, development crept closer. Annexation threats loomed, threatening to bring city rules, taxes, and changes that could disrupt the ranch's peaceful, independent life. So George made a simple, clever decision. In 1963, he incorporated the ranch as a town. That gave it legal standing, stronger protections against being swallowed by larger cities, and he named it after his daughter, Lotsee. From that moment, the entire town has been the Flying G Ranch. No public streets, no town square, no commercial buildings, just the family land operated for cattle, pecans, and horses. The incorporation wasn't about creating a bustling community. It was about preserving a lifestyle, a quiet kingdom on the prairie. Over the years, the population has ebbed and flowed. It reached a high of 16 in 1970, then settled lower. Today, it's around 4 to 6, mostly family members, including Lotsee Spradling herself and her relatives. They keep the ranch running, maintain the basics of incorporation, and hold on to the land their father protected. There's no post office, no stores, no school, just the ranch house, fields, and the open land that has stayed in the family. In a state full of small towns, Lotsee stands out as one of the smallest incorporated places, tied for the title in some years, a private haven disguised as a municipality. What makes it enduring is that quiet purpose. In an era when family ranches face pressure from sprawl and change, Lotsee found a way to stay independent. The incorporation papers, filed decades ago, still hold strong. The ranch continues. Cattle move across the pastures, pecans are harvested, life goes on at its own pace. If you drive near Tulsa, you might pass close by without ever knowing. No flashy signs, no tourist pull, just a name on a map and a family holding their ground. Lotsee reminds us, sometimes the smallest places aren't about numbers, they're about choice, about saying, this land is ours, and finding a clever way to keep it that way. Thank you for joining this quiet journey. If these stories of America's hidden corners bring a sense of calm, please subscribe, turn on notifications, and we'll meet again soon for the next overlooked place. Rest well, and good night from Quiet Town Tales.